Never lower the target. I see people do this all the time, where they have a goal. Let's say they have a goal, and for a year from now, they want to be down 30 pounds. So at 6 months, we need to be at least at 15 pounds down, right? And they get to that point, and they're like, well, I'm only down 10. And so they say, well, I'll just change the goal to being down 12 pounds. So I need to. That's lowering the goal. That's lowering the target. Never lower the target. Increase your activity. Why would you lower the target? Why would you lower the target when you knew that you could increase the activity to get to the thing? Okay, you can try a new strategy. You can go for broke. You can do whatever it takes. You increase the activity in some way to get where you need to go. You didn't want the lower target. You didn't want the lower target. Why settle for the consolation prize? Malcolm Gladwell has a fantastic podcast, by the way, and it's called Revisionist History, and he has an episode in there where he talks about pulling the goalie. This is something that hockey teams do late in the game, about with 1 minute left, and you see this every now and then. It's very exciting. It's usually when the team is down by one goal, and they add an extra offensive player instead of taking away one defensive player, so that they can have an extra man out there on the ice trying to score a goal to tie up the game. Now, the statistical probability of this working is very low. However, it would work if they didn't do it in the last minute, but they did it with, I think it's like 6 minutes to go. However, they don't. They don't do this for a few reasons, and most of it comes down to agreeableness, but also some of it is the fans would go crazy and get really mad at them, but because it would likely be a blowout. You're leaving the most defensive player off of the ice where they could be blocking. So instead of it being down by 2 goals, you might end up being down by 15. It could look really, really bad. However, it increases the probability of being able to score that goal to a great deal, and we don't do that because of agreeableness. Now, what I'm saying here is that what did they have to lose? What do you have to lose? What did the hockey team or you have to lose? You were already down by 1 point. You're already behind your target. Why would you lower the target to hit the target? Why wouldn't you increase your activity? The status quo says don't go to desperation. Never look desperate. Don't go to desperation. Desperation is bad. What do we know about the status quo up to this point? That it's almost always wrong. The status quo is almost always not directly indirect opposition, but it's usually just a little bit off. Its perspective is just so fucked up. And it's almost always wrong, and I'm telling you to get desperate. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? I would say do whatever it takes, and whatever it takes might be the craziest thing that you've ever done in your life. However, what do you have to lose? You know that you're behind the target, and you're not going to get it unless you do something drastic. So why wouldn't you do that drastic thing? Okay? Pull the goalie. Take the chance. Fuck the agreeableness. You have a goal, you have a target, it is your responsibility to hit that target. And in order to do that, do not lower the target so you can make yourself have a consolation prize. That's not what you wanted in the first place. Increase your activity to nail the target. It might be a catastrophe. It might. But it might be a catastrophe. I mean, you might get metaphorically blown out by 15 points. However, it would be an extreme tragedy to not go for it all. Pull the goalie, go for broke, get desperate, increase your activity to be able to hit that target.